الرحمن الرحيم، والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين بالقاسم محمد سيد الأولين والآخرين وسيد الخلق أجمعين وعلى آل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين وصحبه الغر المنتجبين. وأنتم مع حلقة جديدة مع الشيخ المعالج أبو عرب. وأنا أعتبر نفسي واحد من أقوى المعالجين الروحانيين على وجه الأرض بالعلاج من بعيد، علاج البيوت المسكونة والمستشفيات المسكونة والقصور المسكونة وأي شيء مسكون بالجن حتى ولو كانت جزيرة، وكذلك أي إنسان بمس أو جن أو سحر أستطيع أن أعالجه من بعيد. يعني لو اجتمعت سحرة العالم على إنسان وسحره، أقسم بالله العظيم صادقا إني أستطيع أن أعالجه من بعيد في أي دولة بالعالم. فقط أحتاج اسمه واسم أبوه واسم جده وعنوان سكنه، ابتداء من اسم الدولة انتهاء برقم الدار. للتواصل اترك رقم تليفوني دائما في أول تعليق، واللي ما ينزل على التعليقات رقم تليفوني هو 0096477803564898. هذا واتساب وإيمو وفايبر. طبعا جايب لكم اليوم كم لقطة عن الجن، أرجو أن تنال إعجابكم.
In this video, a shadow figure makes an appearance in yet another seemingly normal place, this time in a hallway of a regular home. What makes this particular video more spine-chilling is the fact that an innocent baby may have been involved, as shared by YouTuber Captured Camera TV. We see what appears to be a hallway of a normal residential home. Soon after the clip starts, we hear a violent banging sound. Seconds later, we see something unusual. Take a look. A dark shadow appears on the left side of the wall. The figure seems to travel down the hallway with its shadow appearing on the right wall as it makes its way down the hall. We then see the shadow figure go into a room on the right-hand side. After a few moments, the shadow entity reappears briefly outside of the door again, while a baby begins to cry. As the video goes on, the baby's cries turn into loud screams until the baby ceases to make noise. We then see the shadow figure re-emerge and leave down the hallway. The fact that the baby started howling when the shadow figure entered the room is certainly eerie timing. What could the figure have done to the baby while it was haunting the room? Or could the baby's cries not be related to the figure at all, and instead be pure coincidence? There's been no explanation for what's happening in this clip, so we can only make assumptions for ourselves. As usual, I'll throw this out to you, the audience. Let me know what you think's happening in this eerie video. Then let us know down in the comments. With its history stretching back for eons, perhaps it's no surprise that the number of ghost sightings in Ireland has always been abundant. In this video, uploaded to YouTube by Keanu Gorman, we see what could be evidence of a supernatural entity caught on film. Unfortunately, there's little accompanying information. However, the video appears to be security footage taken from a camera that overlooks the entrance to a large building. A few seconds into the clip, we see something eerie. Take a look. You can see a strange human-like shape appear on the pathway leading from the gate on the right side of the screen. At first, it's quite difficult to see, and if you're not aware it's there, you could easily miss it. Here it is again in slow motion. One viewer suggested the possibility that the figure could be a reflection on glass. However, the uploader disagreed, noting that the camera is mounted directly to the wall on the outside of the building and not behind any glass. Others suggested it could be a glitch in the camera recording. This video really does appear to have captured something odd, but is it really a ghost? We'll throw this one out to you, the audience, to decide. There's plenty of videos of strange lights being caught on Ring security cameras, but what about strange noises? Reddit user Unknown Truth speculated as to what the sound may have been. TikTok user Paranormality shared this bizarre footage on his account. In the brief clip, a man is seen walking down some steps, but what happens next is truly eerie. As he reaches the pavement, he suddenly trips over a woman's body on the ground that appears out of nowhere. The man turns around to see what he's tripped over. The clip plays again twice, once in slow motion, and once more with a close-up on the eerie, still body. People often mention a glitch in the Matrix, which refers to a moment of irregularity in reality. These irregularities can't be explained by logic or science. In this video, the woman's body appearing out of nowhere and bouncing on the ground could certainly make this a glitch. The fact that the woman's body also lies so still adds to the video's creep factor. Whether the video was somehow edited or whether it's real is still up for debate by many. So I'll throw this one out to you, the audience. What do you think's going on in this mysterious clip? Love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Libraries are usually a place for quiet reading and peaceful contemplation. However, this footage shared to a library's YouTube channel seems to indicate that one visitor to the Safety Harbor Public Library in Florida may not be completely at peace. According to the video's description, the footage was recorded on the library's CCTV security camera at 5:36 in the morning, long before any staff or visitors entered the library. At first, everything seems perfectly still, exactly what you would expect in a library in the wee hours of the morning. However, something was caught on camera that has left staff and visitors on edge. Let's take a look. The stillness of the bookshelves is suddenly shattered when a book flies from the shelves and lands on the floor. A book leaping from a shelf on its own is mysterious enough. However, the way the book lands is truly unusual. It hits the ground vertically, remaining perfectly balanced on the edges of the pages. After seeing the footage, the librarians attempted to recreate the phenomenon, but were unable to balance the book like this even when setting it down gently. So how could it have landed this way when flying from the shelf? What's more, there isn't any sign of movement or even a shadow cast from the adjacent aisle, proving that there wasn't anyone poking the book from behind the shelf, as some have suggested. The librarians who discovered the book and spotted the strange activity on the security footage haven't revealed the title of the book that performed this bizarre feat. However, they have indicated that the word spiritual is part of the title, suggesting the potential poltergeist behind this video didn't choose the book at random. Perhaps the answer to this mystery lies within the pages of the very book the poltergeist chose for its trickery. Generally, going to the local store is a rather mundane task. However, not so for this man, who found himself the unwitting star of a very mysterious video. Let's take a look.
Where is that? Oh my god, what is that? It's flowing, I don't know. Oh my god.
The footage, which appears to have been taken from a security camera, shows the man standing in an aisle. He takes a product off the shelf and begins examining it. Suddenly, a box from the shelf behind him floats forward, appearing to hover in mid-air.
Where is that? Oh my god, what is that?
A few seconds later, another box flies off the rack in front of the man and onto the floor.
What is that? It's flowing, I don't know. Oh my god.
Surprised, the man bends down to pick it up just as the floating object also falls to the floor.
Oh my god, that's the poltergeist or something like that.
Startled voices, presumably those of employees watching the footage, can be heard in the background, with one suggesting that it could be the work of a poltergeist.
Oh my god, that's the poltergeist or something like that. When they hear about things like flying, oh my god, I don't like that.
The way the first box appears to slide off the shelf and hang in mid-air without any support certainly seems within the realm of the supernatural. And with no other people standing nearby, it seems difficult to explain the situation any other way. If it turns out that this video does indeed show a poltergeist, then the man may have been incredibly lucky. After all, it seemingly chose only to manipulate the items on the shelf while leaving the unaware shopper to continue about his day.
She's floating, I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's the poltergeist or something like that.
This man, who found himself the unwitting star of a very mysterious video. Let's take a look.
Weirdest thing. Oh my god, what is that? She's floating, I don't know. Oh my god.
The footage, which appears to have been taken from a security camera, shows the man standing in an aisle. He takes a product off the shelf and begins examining it. Suddenly, a box from the shelf behind him floats forward, appearing to hover in mid-air.
Weirdest thing. Oh my god, what is that?
A few seconds later, another box flies off the rack in front of the man and onto the floor.
She's floating, I don't know. Oh my god.
Surprised, the man bends down to pick it up just as the floating object also falls to the floor.
Oh my god, that's the poltergeist or something like that.
Startled voices, presumably those of employees watching the footage, can be heard in the background, with one suggesting that it could be the work of a poltergeist.
Oh my god, that's the poltergeist or something like that. When they hear about things like flying, oh my god, I don't like that.
The way the first box appears to slide off the shelf and hang in mid-air without any support certainly seems within the realm of the supernatural. And with no other people standing nearby, it seems difficult to explain the situation any other way. If it turns out that this video does indeed show a poltergeist, then the man may have been incredibly lucky. After all, it seemingly chose only to manipulate the items on the shelf while leaving the unaware shopper to continue about his day.
She's floating, I don't know.
Of a very mysterious video. Let's take a look.
Weirdest thing. Oh my god, what is that? She's floating, I don't know. Oh my god.
The footage, which appears to have been taken from a security camera, shows the man standing in an aisle. He takes a product off the shelf and begins examining it. Suddenly, a box from the shelf behind him floats forward, appearing to hover in mid-air.
Weirdest thing. Oh my god, what is that?
A few seconds later, another box flies off the rack in front of the man and onto the floor.
She's floating, I don't know. Oh my god.
Surprised, the man bends down to pick it up just as the floating object also falls to the floor.
Oh my god, that's the poltergeist or something like that.
Startled voices, presumably those of employees watching the footage, can be heard in the background, with one suggesting that it could be the work of a poltergeist.
Oh my god, that's the poltergeist or something like that. When they hear about things like flying, oh my god, I don't like that.
The way the first box appears to slide off the shelf and hang in mid-air without any support certainly seems within the realm of the supernatural. And with no other people standing nearby, it seems difficult to explain the situation any other way. If it turns out that this video does indeed show a poltergeist, then the man may have been incredibly lucky. After all, it seemingly chose only to manipulate the items on the shelf while leaving the unaware shopper to continue about his day.
She's floating, I don't know. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's the poltergeist or something like that.
This video, captured by Russell Elliott and uploaded to the YouTube channel Wake Up Project, shows the possibility of what mysterious things could be lurking around at night time. The clip starts with footage of a group of horses standing in an old barn. The camera holder seems to cautiously investigate the area, as if something had previously startled them. Suddenly, they spot something in the darkness. The alien-like creature stands silently looking into the camera with large dark eyes. The camera holder then appears to quickly turn in fear at the realization of what they've just seen. The footage was supposedly captured in the Black Forest area of El Paso, Colorado, a place known for tales of mysterious figures and unusual sightings. The region gained notoriety in 1991 after a couple who had recently purchased a home in the area started to experience strange events, like ghostly sounds and inexplicable flashing lights. Could this footage of the creature hiding in the barn be related somehow? Perhaps the lights that have previously been seen in the area come from an alien craft piloted by similar beings. If this is the case, then what is their fascination with the Black Forest area? Until further information comes to hand, we can do little more than speculate. While videos of objects moving around or falling off tables for no obvious reason are certainly scary, when they contain a potential paranormal entity, they become a little more chilling. That may be just what occurs in this clip, uploaded to the YouTube channel DM Secret Facts. In the video, we see what looks to be a kitchen. In the foreground, there's a table and chairs. Suddenly, the ceiling light begins to flicker, illuminating the room with an eerie glow. Several objects fall from the table. And the lamp begins to bend. All is still until a menacing black figure suddenly appears at the table. The figure is only visible for a split second. However, if you pause the footage, you can see it in greater detail. Take a look. Shortly after, the figure reappears, this time in the kitchen. As before, its appearance is brief, and only those with a keen eye are likely to see it. A moment passes, then the door in the background begins to open and close, seemingly all on its own. While the initial movement of the objects on the table is difficult enough to explain, the sudden appearance of the dark, shadowy figure is even weirder. Though it's only visible for a split second, its presence evokes an uneasiness that only adds to an already creepy video. A video that seems to offer more questions than it answers. So what do you think the mysterious figure could be? A ghost, shadow person perhaps? Or is it simply a glitch in the film? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. For many security guards working at nighttime, shifts go by relatively quiet as most of the world's sleeping. Unfortunately, this wasn't the case for one unlucky security guard working in a nursing home in Chicago. YouTube user The Hidden Underbelly 2.0 shared Officer Jay Brown's story of meeting with something creepy during what was supposed to be just another shift. In the video, the security guard shows CCTV footage taken during his shift. In the footage, the guard is sitting at his desk and all seems quiet. But then, something eerie happens. We can see what looks to be a nearly transparent white shape floating over the carpet that lays in front of the entrance to the building. The security guard sits back against his chair, obviously perplexed. He stands up for a few seconds before putting his arms up and pointing to the camera.
And I'm like, okay. So I looked at the camera, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna calm down. So I wanted to tell the camera, y'all see that? Y'all saw that, right? I'm telling.
The security guard explains via voiceover that he wanted to ask those viewing the camera if they had just seen what he had seen, which is why he raised and moved his hands.
So I wanted to tell the camera, y'all see that? Y'all saw that, right? I'm telling CHA, did y'all see that? Okay.
Here's the footage in slow motion with a close-up of the eerie, ghostly figure. This means the security guard saw the strange anomaly in person as it passed through the lobby, and the video evidence certainly backs this up.
See, I saw that.
Commentators of this video were certain that this footage showed a real ghostly appearance. They also stated that the security guard's reaction seemed genuinely shocked. There were a number of suggestions thrown around as to what the shape could be, including a spirit of a person roaming the building, a ghostly animal, or even the idea of a demon. So what do you think? Given the guard's reaction, coupled with the video evidence, makes this a compelling piece of footage, one that may provide a glimpse into the afterlife.
Family's home. Another theory that has been put forward is that the ghostly figure first seen in the window was actually never outside, and that the shape was a reflection of the pale young boy already standing in the house. What do you think this video shows? Could the figure be a mischievous poltergeist looking to get inside the family's house? Or is it possible that it might be the ghost of someone who died inside the property? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. However, when they open the window, there's nothing there. They quickly check both ends of the balcony, but the figure seems to have completely disappeared. While this video is certainly creepy up until this point, it's what happens next that will really spook you. Take a look. As the camera holder turns back into the room, they focus on a young girl. Behind her stands a grey, ghostly figure. It appears to be a boy. However, the camera moves away too quickly to be certain. The camera pans towards the girl a second time, but now the eerie figure has vanished. Viewers have been understandably concerned by this footage, and some have even questioned if the family has now let a ghost into their house, as the mysterious figure seems to disappear just as the camera holder opens the window.
Urban exploration is a common source for truly scary videos, as more and more brave explorers take on the challenge of visiting some of the world's most haunted locations. In this video, YouTuber Terra Al Extremo visits an abandoned hospital in Tlatelolco, Mexico that many believe is haunted. Hospitals are a common target for urban explorers. In a place where many people live out the final moments of their lives, it isn't surprising that abandoned hospitals are often hotbeds of paranormal activity. There have been numerous reports of inexplicable supernatural events at this particular site, including the apparition of a young girl. The video we're about to show is riddled with eerie activity. The group sets out to investigate. To start things off, a subtle dark figure can be seen in a hallway adjacent to where the group is exploring. As the figure's so far away, it's hard to tell if it's something supernatural or perhaps just another person exploring the abandoned building or even a homeless person seeking shelter. But then, as the camera pans back to the host of the video, something unnerving happens. Keep an eye on the doorway just behind the man's right shoulder. If you slow the footage down, an eerie black shadow passes by the doorway, unbeknownst to the group filming. Seconds later, it passes by again. Later in the video, the group explores the rooftop of the building. The cameraman decides to poke the camera through a gap in a doorway that leads to a room that they don't have access to. Check out what the camera captures.
Bueno, pues aquí no hay nada. Es puro.
There, standing at the back of the inaccessible room, is a solid black entity.
Bueno, pues aquí no hay nada. Es puro.
If you slow it down, there's no defining features. It's just a solid black form staring at the camera. As the team investigates further, they begin hearing strange sounds. At first, you can hear some local kids playing somewhere in the distance. But then a slightly more eerie noise comes from the room at the end of the hall. Take a listen. What makes this scream so chilling is that the team goes to find its source in the room ahead, but they find no one. Later, in a darkened hallway, they hear even more terrifying sounds. Listen. If you play it back, at first it sounds like a wounded animal. But the moans that follow sound distinctly human. As if this wasn't enough to brown your trousers and leave immediately, the crew musters up the courage to press on. That's when one of the voices perhaps says the name Harry. It's very clearly a woman's voice. But the nearby rooms are completely empty. The group calls out to make contact with the person in the dark, but they don't respond. They continue to hear muffled voices talking and the sound of an object being thrown, yet the group never encounters another person in the building. At one point, it sounds like someone saying, "Shh." Again, there's no one in any of the rooms. The cherry that tops this trouser-soiling adventure is yet to come. At around the 58-minute mark, as the group start to wind down the video, keep an eye on the back of the hallway. If you slow it down, you can see another solid black entity crawl past. The group seems to have no idea. This clip has garnered a lot of attention within the paranormal community. With so much activity caught in just one video, the episode has been scrutinized and analyzed frame by frame. Some think that a lot of the encounters can be chalked up to homeless people using the building as a shelter. But with so many voices, noises, and visuals backed up by endless empty rooms with no one in sight, it's hard to tell what's real and what's not. And that's not to mention the strange black entities seen in rooms that you can't even get access to.
Es puro de aire acondicionado.
All in all, this is truly a mysterious video. It goes for well over an hour and is packed with strange events, some of which we couldn't even fit in this episode. It's well worth a watch on its own, and as always, there's links in the description box below.
Otra vez.
Of all the places where one might think to see paranormal activity, a nightclub is probably not high on the list. These locations are usually hotspots for bad dancing, overpriced booze and loud music, but not so much for supernatural sightings. However, this footage captured at the Attic nightclub in the UK appears to show that nowhere's safe from ghostly goings-on. The venue's general manager says he's heard rumours of inexplicable activity happening in the club, but has never seen anything for himself. That is, until now. Take a look. The footage shows an empty room, seemingly filmed after the club's been closed for the night. Suddenly, a sign in the middle of the floor falls over. This is soon followed by a mysterious orb that streaks through the air. A few seconds later, a bar stool begins to move before toppling over. The manager of the club said that although he thought the footage was spooky, he wouldn't mind buying this spirited drink. He believes that not all ghosts are bad, and some can actually be good if treated right. This is truly a creepy piece of footage, and one that can't easily be explained. While the sign and stool's movements could be caused by someone pulling strings off camera, the bizarre glowing orb is not so easily dismissed. Often, orbs caught on camera can be explained as insects or dust particles moving close to the lens. However, some proponents of the supernatural swear that these orbs are paranormal in origin. It seems that in this case it's hard to deny, because of the other events that have also been caught on camera. So what do you think this video shows? Genuine ghostly activity, or is there another way to explain this spooky footage? Love to hear your opinion in the comments section below. In Facebook user Sean N's video, viewers witness a truck collision that takes on a potentially paranormal turn. Viewers are given a point-of-view shot of a car driving down a 3-lane road at night time. For the first 40 seconds, nothing out of the ordinary occurs, but things quickly take a bizarre turn. We'll play the last part of the clip, see if you can spot anything unusual. Up ahead, we see a van and truck collide. The car and truck swing to the right, hitting the road's median. However, this incident isn't what caught our eye. We'll play it again, but this time keep an eye on the middle of the road. Something appears for a brief moment to the left of the video, seemingly out of nowhere. It appears to be a man standing in the middle of the road looking at the crash. Here it is in slow motion. The man seems to materialize out of thin air. The video ends as the car with the dash cam comes to a stop in front of the accident. Viewers of the video have been equally shocked and puzzled by what they've witnessed. The strange man was nowhere on the road beforehand, leaving many to wonder if he was instead a type of spirit or ghost who arrived to see the result of the crash. While the car accident is scary to watch, the man is another kind of scary altogether that still has no explanation. One in particular picks up something rather unusual. Take a look. The eerie stillness is suddenly interrupted when one of the books at the table appears to levitate in mid-air. The book then opens up as if someone or something is attempting to read it. While there's little information available on this footage, all we can do is speculate about its authenticity. However, the original uploader has circled what appears to be a fan attached to the ceiling in the upper left corner of the video. If you look closely, you can see that it seems to be switched off, ruling out the possibility of it being somehow responsible for the book's movement. Still, even if the fan was working, it would do little to explain the book's seeming ability to hover in mid-air. Of course, a lot of people have pointed out that it could just be CGI. So what do you think? CGI hoax or genuine floating book? Let me know what you think down below. Exploring old ruins is a favourite activity for many ghost hunters or paranormal investigators. After all, there have been numerous reports of strange sightings, ghosts and other paranormal figures spotted in them. YouTuber Citizen Z TV decided to venture into some old ruins located in Edinburgh, Scotland, to see what kind of intriguing sights and sounds he could find. In the first 20 minutes of the video, viewers can see the YouTuber explore the area with an SLS camera, created specifically to capture any paranormal activity nearby. Viewers watch as the YouTuber walks around the old ruins. He then begins to hear what he believes is a banging sound along with a scream.
Sorry guys, I thought I heard a scream there. Hello? I can hear the banging.
He sets the camera on a tripod facing one particular set of ruins. A few minutes after doing so, something chilling is caught on camera. Check it out.
Whoa, what was that?
Viewers can see what looks to be a robed figure walk behind one of the ruins.
Whoa, what was that?
The YouTuber immediately runs to the ruins but spots nothing there. The man spends the rest of the video exploring and trying to find the strange figure, though he doesn't see him ever again. Commentators of the video were all spooked out by the robed figure, saying they probably would have left right then and there if they were in his shoes. Knowing that these ruins are abandoned makes this figure even stranger and scarier. Perhaps it's for the best this brave YouTuber didn't meet the frightening figure again, somewhere deep in the ruins.
Whoa, what was that?
Redditor Fingerlongjumping804 uploaded this strange piece of footage in September 2020. It's a video a friend of a friend caught in their home in Utah. At the start of the clip, we see a man and a woman in their kitchen going about their ordinary business. After a few seconds, the woman walks out of view of the camera, and the man pulls a trash bag out of the bin to take it out. Just as he turns his back to the camera to take the trash out, something strange happens. Take a look. As you can see, a bizarre black shape streaks across the camera, disappearing before anyone's able to spot it. Although the shape moves quickly, close inspection of the footage seems to suggest the black shape is transparent. Some viewers believe that this is evidence of a shadow person residing in the home. Others have questioned the validity of the video, questioning why the homeowners would have been filming in the first place. However, believers point out that if they had seen something similar before, they may have set up the camera in hopes of capturing it on film. Is this video some sort of elaborate hoax or a genuine recording of a shadow person? Watch the footage and judge for yourself.